Hello and welcome, fellow veterans and nerds, and welcome to another Nerdy Vet review. I am Greg, also known as Nerdy Vet 574, and I am here today to talk about Gentle Giant's Premier Collection Statue, Jaxxon. Now, before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. First off, I want to thank the hashtag show for making this possible for me to talk about this geek fandom that we have. And make sure you check us out at thehashtagshow.com. And also want to thank TRG Toys and Collectibles for making this show possible. Check them out at trgtoys.com for a great selection of Marvel, Star Wars, and also great pop culture collectibles. So let's talk about this great statue here from Gentle Giant Ltd. Now, this Jaxxon statue was available at Star Wars Celebration in Europe, retailing for $200. It is also available at gentlegiantltd.com. Also retailing for $200 as well. Now, Jaxxon is a character that we haven't seen a lot of in the Star Wars universe. He first appeared back in 1977 in some of the Star Wars. And then since then, he's appeared on a few covers, a couple comic appearances, and some collectibles. Recently, at Star Wars Celebration, he did have an exclusive comic from Dark Horse Comics. And of course, again, the statue was there as well. So hopefully we'll see Jaxxon here in the future. Maybe pop up in some live action. Maybe we'll see him in Ahsoka. This smuggler, he's got to be out there helping out somewhere. So hopefully we'll see him there as well. But overall, let's talk about this great statue. Overall, this is a great collectible. Something if you are looking for that unique collection, that unique collectible that you'll see a lot of, this is the way to go. So first, let's talk about the packaging. Now, Jaxxon comes packaged very well. A styrofoam block inside this box here, and has plastic around him so the paint and stuff doesn't chip or rub off during shipping. Now, if you are an inbox collector, the box comes like this with, again, Gentle Giant's box art is amazing. You can tell you got Jaxxon, you have the statue on the front with the title. You also get Jaxxon on both sides of the statue, and also some great art on the back with a little summary of the statue. So if you are an inbox collector, this box will display very well in your collection. So make sure, again, it's definitely a great one to go with if you're looking for that unique thing. So when you get the statue, it does come with 3 pieces. You get the base, the certificate, and the statue as well. As you can tell here, this is what you get when you put it together. Now, this statue is number 150 of 1500. So you want to make sure you want to grab these because these will disappear quickly after everything goes. But overall, this is a great piece to kind of talk about. Of course, you get your cert that comes with every Gentle Giant statue. Again, limited. This one is limited to 150. Again, it has the art on there, so it depends on how you want to display these. Keep them in the box. You get the cert that comes with every one. Now, Jaxxon does come in 2 pieces, so very easy to assemble. Take apart of it. As you can tell, you got the statue here, the base with the jerk board on it, which is really, really cool. Kind of brings out, the base. Some of the bases just have plain. So you kind of get a little interactive piece here as well. So now I will go over kind of the negative real quick over the statue. First off, it does have a price point of $200, which is a little bit higher than some of the Premier Collection statues, but it is an exclusive and it also is very limited. So that is why the price point is a little bit higher. Now, the main concern I had for this statue is how it sits on here. Now, with a lot of the statues, you'll get a little groove in the base to put their foot in, as well as pegs and magnets. Now, this one does have the pegs and the magnet on the feet, but there's no groove. So when you put it on the base, you do get a little wobble to it, and it moves a little bit easier than some of the other statues Giant has made. It's not enough to make me freak out and say, hey, don't get this, it's going to fall over. Because, I'm shaking it pretty good, and right now it's not going anywhere. It's going to stay on there unless you really hit it hard. So that is really the only concern I have with this statue. Other than that, look at the sculpt looks good. The paint looks good. We'll do a couple close-ups here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. As you can tell, again, here it is. A great piece. The green rabbit here with his blasters ready to go. Again, you can see the back of it too. His uniform, he's got his, he's just ready to roll and ready to do some smuggling there. And we get some side views here. Excuse me. And of course, a close up there at Jaxxon and the board as well. So overall, not a bad piece. Definitely a fun, unique piece for the collection. It really comes to life. The paint job, the sculpt is amazing. If we have action version of Jaxxon, it would look great like this if they could keep it going. We know they can do it. They did a great job with Zeb in The Mandalorian. So hopefully we'll get to see Jaxxon here sometime in the near future. Again, overall, good piece. If you are a Star Wars collector looking for that collectible that's unique for your collection, then you will want to get the statue. To me, this is a must-have for any Star Wars collector. It's a fun piece, and overall, just a great thing to put and talk about in your collection there. So hopefully we'll see more Jaxxon here in the future as well. I also want to thank Gentle Giant LTD for the statue to be able to review it for you all and talk about it. And I also would like to talk about one other thing as well, and of course, that is mental health. You know, as a veteran who has been to Afghanistan, I've seen firsthand how important mental health is for us fellow veterans, brothers and sisters, and even people who are not veterans that are dealing with mental health crisis. You know what? If you see someone who's acting differently, it looks like they're struggling, don't be afraid to reach out to them and ask them how they're doing. For one, it might change their day. Two, it might. So definitely a no loss situation there, because you actually can help save somebody just by asking them. For my fellow brothers and sisters who think that asking for help is a weakness, it's not. It's actually a sign of strength. So if you're struggling and you feel like there's no other thing to do, please feel free to ask for help. You know, we're all here for you. It's just very important, guys. We lose 22 vets a day. It's 22 too many. And then we lose more than that with mental health and suicide a day when you add up everybody else as well. So it's just too many. You know, we want you all here to enjoy these videos, to enjoy Star Wars, to enjoy whatever fandom you're in and collectible. And again, if you feel like that you can't reach out to somebody personally, please feel free to dial 9888. It's very important you do this. They're there for you, and they can get you the help that you need. Again, we don't want to see you take your life, because you are important to all of us, and this fandom can't go on without us. So again, if you feel like you're struggling, reach out, ask for help. You'd be surprised how many people are there for you. So overall, thank you guys again. I enjoyed doing this. Enjoy talking to you all, fellow veterans, brothers, sisters, and nerds. It's always a good time to talk and review these. I can't wait to do my next review with you all. Until then, may the force be with you.